Yeah, I think we're probably live now, but it doesn't tell me that we are. Usually that's how it
It
works.
just told me. It
Oh,
told me, and I clicked OK.
thank you. All right. Good morning. I am higher vibrations, and so are you. And yeah, dude, there's a lot of energy happening right now. Let me turn that audio off. Here we go. It's so crazy. So we're doing it here instead of our normal way of streaming in order for a more smooth viewing experience. So we don't have to, we are bypassing all the technical difficulties. So welcome everybody in the audience. And I just want to say I'm so excited. This is a crazy, you know what? Two, 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 two. There's twos everywhere on my screen. Today is the 22nd of October, one that's been long anticipated. And I am so honored to share this day with Josie Jackson. Josie Jackson's been on here before a bunch of different times. You'll see her in the chat often. Fifth Essentials LLC is the her YouTube channel. I'll post and put right now. You don't have anything in the description out there, so you can't click her video or her channel, but I'll put it in there after we're done streaming so you can find her. Anyway, welcome, Josie. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm trying to turn off the volume in YouTube so that I can see I'm trying to mute the YouTube video
Yeah, yeah.
so I can see the comments, but
So you can find her.
um
Anyway,
I'm yeah.
it's
Hi
hard.
everybody. How you doing?
What I'll
I'm
read them
probably not
for
gonna
us if
see
we
the
can.
comments.
Yeah, I'll do
I
my
don't see
best to
the
read them
thing.
out.
I don't see the thing to mute it. So I'm gonna pop you back up so I can see myself. But
Okay.
yes, hello, loves. How are y'all doing in this amazing energy that is really, really just reaching every crevice and crack and corner of everything that you didn't want to look at?
Right? Right now, all at the same time.
Exposed do you feel? you know,
I
it's
know, right?
something. It's something right now. I'll tell you
There's
that.
there's something I can actually talk about. I'm also writing while I'm telling everybody we're here while I'm talking. That's what I'm doing for if those of you who think I'm not being rude, I promise. Okay, there we go. Um, is there's a bunch that just happened. We
Hmm.
just got a big solar flare that left the sun la about 19 hours ago. I'm actually going to pull up a graphic for that in a little bit. But just because I know everybody's feeling it. I'm
Yeah.
seeing in the comments heart palpitations, dizziness, lots of people feeling this energy. And the thing is, we feel it, a lot of us feel it before
Hmm.
it actually makes impact. Like
Yes.
before they
As soon
say
as
we're
it pop
supposed
off
to
the
feel it.
sun, we're like, yo, did you feel that? Your ears
Yeah,
start ringing and all the things start
yeah,
happening.
yeah. So yesterday evening was when it hit, when it exploded from the sun. And
Wow.
I felt the ringing. I remember I was actually in a meditation group at that time, and I was like, I feel like my ears need to pop. Like you just like went into the canyon, like,
Mhm.
and it just the buzziness, and I didn't even want to stand up right away because I'm like, am I gonna fall over? Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's been lit. I've had the gamut of ascension symptoms as well. My dreams are like too close for comfort when it comes to the events that are happening in waking life. Like I'm used to having a little bit of time and being able to observe things and click to what's happening later. Now everything's like in my face and it's just so much that I can't really get into it anymore. I feel like a lot of us are not able to enjoy that time that we had in between a synchronicity or a dream or premonition to where we could talk about it, analyze it, and see what to do with it. Now everything's happening so fast. It's like, hey, gotcha.
No warning. You're just there now.
Oh my gosh, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
it is a lot. Oh, is there something else happening right now? I did a
Mhm.
little bit of research before we came on, so I'm going to be reading, information off the internet that I'd found. But well, because with this solar flare that we had, we're actually expected within the next hour or less to get
Mhm.
it up to S1 radiation storm, and which is pretty significant for most of us to feel that kind of radiation. I wanted to tell you guys because most of the things that we read, like, because of the solar flare that came off wasn't Earth direct, but it was so massive that,
Yeah, I saw it.
yeah, dude. Should I show everybody? Should I pull it up real quick? This is so cool.
I was
I think,
thinking it was a full halo. Was it not a full halo?
yeah, it was. Okay, I'm gonna share screen real quick. Guys, check this out. So
You
this
gotta
is
see it.
This is the live feed of it so it shows you UTC time down here, okay?
Mhm.
So here we go. Watch this. Just keep it on it. Boom.
Oh yeah,
Look at
almost.
that.
Man, it was huge.
Yeah, and it actually charged right to Mars, which
Mhm.
I don't know if you know, but Mars just got knocked off of its orbit. Did you
Are
know
you?
about
Did
that?
Atlas do that, or was that something else?
Well, they're thinking that it was so there was two nova explosions. Um, There was two nova explosions from two different, they're calling them probes. There was like 2,000 things that came off of Atlas at one point. Right before Atlas was just about to, like, they were saying, oh, it might hit Mars, you know.
Hmm.
And then what happened right then, all of a sudden, Mars moved out of the way because the
Wow.
explosion that went through. Yeah, it was crazy. And as that explosion, you can follow the reach of it. You could just kind of almost set your clock to it. It was
Oh
hitting
my
different
God.
things. And when it got to the sun, we had a big solar activity. Oh, and that's something else. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep going on, but
No,
this is
you're
like
good
now
because
stuff
I've been
going.
watching it.
Yeah, it's fun. I've been waiting for this, right? So I've been kind of like
Hmm.
anticipating it. That's why I'm so excited. But um is that there's uh so as it's gotten closer and closer to the sun, it's done exactly what Oumuamua did. I almost said it wrong.
Hmm.
Oumuamua, that the interstellar object, the first one of the three that we've counted. That's why it's a
Yeah.
three interstellar. Um,
Hmm.
anyway, uh, at that time, back in 2017, we were at solar minimum. And when Oumuamua got close to the sun, all of a sudden the sun turned on like it was in solar maximum.
Yeah.
Well, we're still in solar maximum. Yeah, we've been slowing down.
Yeah. That's gonna be something.
Yeah. And the closer and closer it's getting to the sun, the more the sun's waking up. And like,
Hmm.
and so, anyway, as it was getting to Mars, those two nova explosions moved Mars out of the way. So there's
Hmm.
that activation with the sun, with Mars. And there's so many things in Aries right now. I know that yesterday Neptune went retrograde into Pisces, but there's a lot of stuff that's not normally in Aries right now. And then on top of that, so this solar explosion that we just had about 19
Hmm.
hours ago, it impacted Mars in a strong way.
Oh
So now
wow.
Mars is not only orbiting closer to Earth than it was before because it got moved over. And then Atlas never hit it because it moved right in time. Like
Hmm.
someone was like, oh, pushing the toy, a Lego off the floor when you're walking by, like a mom does,
Yeah.
you know.
Wow.
Now we're expecting within any time now, if not already, it's the explosion energy from that is
Hmm.
supposed to go to Venus. So we got Mars and Venus both in play. The divine masculine, divine feminine are both having a part of this dance that we're having energetically.
Hmm.
And not to mention that we're expecting that the closer it gets to the sun, which is the 29th is the peak of that, it's actually at 11:44 a.m. UTC time on the 30th, 144,000.
Yeah.
Um, that's when it's going to be the closest to the sun from our
Wow.
perspective. Yeah. So, and a lot of stuff happening right now. I mean, it's
It's a lot.
crazy. So, that's what I've been feel. Oh yeah, and then also, here's the other part of that I almost forgot to mention is that what's significant about Three-Eye Atlas and the way of the science minds is that Three-Eye Atlas is comprised with a huge quantity of water and it has a CO2 coma, which is very uncommon. I mean,
Yeah.
if not completely unexpected
Hmm.
from something like this. Why is that so significant as it approaches the sun? What happens to water when it gets close to something
Ooh,
hot?
Lord. Yeah, you get the steam, you get,
Right?
you know, evaporation out of, it's interesting what it's gonna do when it gets to the sun, though, I tell you that, because we know that it's gonna do something.
Oh,
Okay. I have no doubt in my mind that it's something's gonna happen with that. It's like almost like a nuclear reaction type thing,
yeah.
from my perspective. And it's just one of those signs in the sky that you can't really deny
Hmm.
at this point.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's gonna be felt. I can tell you that.
Right. Right. Yeah. And we're already feeling it now too. Like
Hmm.
it's there. It's there. It's right now. And we're in the middle of some cool the happy new moon, everybody. By the way, I forgot to say that.
Is that today?
Well, that was last night, I think. I
Okay.
but still.
Wow. I feel like I've been under a rock. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Y'all just bear with me.
Well, actually, there's a couple more things so yesterday we had a conjunction with Mercury and Mars.
Mhm.
Comet Lemon was at perigee, and the Orionid meteor shower was at peak. You can still see it
Ah,
tonight, which with the new moon, meaning it's not as bright outside, you're going to see a lot more
yeah,
shooting
you'll see
stars
it a lot
tonight if you
better.
go check it out. Yeah. And then tomorrow, there's a conjunction of Moon and Mars and a conjunction of Moon and Mercury, a 2-day-old moon. So it's going to be a little sliver. And those two coming and playing in the game. And then the next night, we're having the Lioness Minorid meteor shower and the lunar occultation of Antares. And then Humea is going to be at solar conjunction on Saturday, the 25th.
Yeah, yeah. I would like when the moon conjuncts with Mars, I would definitely find your safe space when it comes to like social interaction, when it comes to interaction with other people. I would definitely find your safe space and just mind your business and hydrate because oh, that's gonna be one heck of an energy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's really good advice. I mean, and that's something else that was worth commenting on. It's like I talk to people all over the world.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of people that have been reaching out to me the past week or so where they're having some crazy interpersonal, like interrelations
Yes,
type stuff going on. Like, I mean, like the kind of stuff you see on daytime soap operas,
yes.
you know?
Like they're really having a tough time releasing and letting go of people, places, and things that don't serve them. And it's really being expressed right now. And the best thing you can do is kind of stay out of the way because there's nothing you can tell them. They
Mhm.
gotta go through it. It's gotta get intense to where they say, finally, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
And it's tough to be dealing with those situations, you know?
Wow. Yeah.
Hmm.
And just be in your own presence, right? Just know, you know, I found the solution to most of this stuff's about love.
Yeah.
And I don't even mean like sacrificial love. That's not love.
Mm-mm.
To me,
Nope.
that doesn't mean love. That means something else. But what I mean is like being in, and it's hard for a lot of people, especially at first. I know it was difficult for me. Say I love you to me, but like, and hold that in like you could like even helps when you like hug yourself and just be
Yes.
in this love place. You'll notice that it's healing the energetic field around you and bringing it to a more balanced place. And it has a added benefit of positively affecting those around you. Like
Mm-hmm.
I live in a neighborhood where you can like hear everybody if there's anybody fighting. It's just one of those, the way it works here. And
Mm-hmm.
there's so much muffled arguments. Like you can hear everybody fighting.
Yeah.
And so I'll go out there. I like being outside. Don't screw with my outside, and so I go out there and I'm just like, no, I know. And so I'll start that love thing I just talked about,
Yes.
and everyone quiets.
Yes,
It
it does
works
work.
from the neighborhood, man.
Hmm. Yes, it does. Wow. I've done that before. I have done that before, just literally set inside my own heart space and just kind of expanded out as far as I could go from within my heart space. But I put myself there
Yeah.
and then just,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah,
Just let it
it
spill
worked.
out. The spillover is the part that helps everybody else. We were taught growing up, I was taught you're supposed to send it. Here, take my love and you can have it. It's yours now.
Yeah.
And it's like you
Yeah.
suck.
And then you don't have anything left and you're all raggedy trying to function in this reality.
Yeah. You can't feed
Yep.
from an empty cup too, so it's
Nope.
distorted love, right?
Mm-mm. You know what I noticed is that there's a lot of people in denial. Okay.
Mm,
They're in denial about the fact that they are pouring from an empty cup.
yeah,
They don't want to face the fact that they don't have it and they shouldn't be out there trying to give from a deficit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's ridiculous. But
100%.
at the same time, it's their process. It's so crazy because, it's better said than done because there's a lot of people out there literally in misery and suffering
Yeah,
at their own hand from their own mind. And there's nothing you can do until they have that realization or that aha moment.
yeah. And you can't
Yep.
jump in that pit and drag them out because now you're both in the pit. You
Yep.
have to show them the footholds. You can do that. You can be the example of how to climb out of the pit, and you can be the guiding voice saying, "We're up here." But we can't go in the pit to get them out.
And for the light workers and star seeds out there, when we say hold your light, it doesn't mean that you can't feel the way you feel about certain situations or protect yourself or love on yourself. What it means to, as far as I'm concerned, what it means to hold your light is to persevere in your light, regardless of what's happening around you. Stand in it. Let that be your strength. Let that be your authority. Um, because what people do, especially like if they're in misery, they want you to join them. So after a while, they're going to get tired of you resisting the
Yeah.
campaign to join their misery. And then they're going to be like, dang, I've done this, I've done that, I've done that. And this person is still meditating. This person is still taking their walks in nature. This person is still, protecting their peace after I've done all of these things. And eventually they will either leave you alone or they will start to become interested in what it is that allows you to persevere through all of the what's the word?
Adversary,
Yeah.
adversity.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah,
I mean, that takes a lot of strength to stand in your light and hold the light
yeah,
because you know that your light is what's causing these other people to around you to be wobbly. I call it wobbly. Because your light is hitting them
hmm,
and it's illuminating areas within them that they really did not want to see, did not want to deal with, and you just got to stand and
yeah,
be that light and do what you need to do for yourself. You're holding the light by taking care of yourself, by being the example, not by joining the drama or getting in the misery or trying to fix anything or anyone, you
yeah,
know?
100%. In fact, what Spirit says to me, they say, do not go to them, for you too shall be lost. That's the words that they
Yes.
say.
Wow, it's beautiful the way they said it though.
Yeah, I know. They say so much better than me. People give me credit all the time. They're like, wow, that was really well said. I'm like, that's because I wasn't talking.
That part.
Yeah.
Wow. But there's
And
so much in all the misery and in all the clearings and things that are happening right now. There is still so many wondrous things and wondrous energy to enjoy and create with. In the midst of it all, there is still so much joy and not entertainment, satisfaction
yeah,
that you can get if you just simply focus on what you're creating and what your desires are, and don't get sidetracked with all these side quests from people pulling at your energy, trying to make you appease or what do you call it, make whatever misery they're going through okay. They want you to validate their misery. Don't do it.
it's
Don't do it.
placation. You're placating them.
Mhm.
It's like it's the trait that most of us have learned because whether or not we
That
realize
programming.
it, we all have a narcissist, either in our past, present, or some even in the future, and this is something that the narcissist individual, and I don't like that word, but that's how we know what we're talking about,
Yes. Yeah.
is that they cultivate that in us,
Yep.
and we learn as a survival mechanism almost to placate, to make everybody feel happy. Like I remember learning to say, instead of disagreeing with somebody, I would say, I understand why you would think that way.
Yes.
And that's not saying I agree with you, because I feel like a liar when I would, dude, you're crazy. You're telling me anyway, like, but that's placation. You're
Mm-hmm.
placating in that. You're saying something to make that person feel better, and it still compromises self.
Yeah,
It takes a while to
exactly.
learn to do that, right? To not do that.
You'll find it, and when you stand in your light, that's when you're able to see just how independent or just how smart or just how resourceful people can actually be that had been codependent on you.
Yeah, yeah.
But you got to give yourself the chance to be able to see that.
Hmm. Yeah. And that's the thing that we're at right now. Actually, there's actually a line that the spirit gave me. They actually, this Saturday, they call it the trauma release day, and we're in the pulling up the trauma week, you
Oh,
know. And so you gotta see it to release it,
yep.
you know. And so we're like, full. It's like walking through the valley of triggers,
Yeah.
know? And reminded over and over again to we're questioning ourselves like that.
Mhm.
Well, what's it called? Imposter syndrome stuff
Yes.
coming
Yes.
up, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you guide somebody dealing with that, like questioning themselves? Am I crazy? Is this stuff real? Like when I do that and my role in this world right now. And I still question self, but I know there's a lot more people in the audience who are also experiencing stuff like that. Like, do you have any
Mm-hmm.
suggestions or what do you do?
So for the longest time, especially in the very beginning of my journey, I did not know words to that go to the things that are happening, right?
Yeah,
Something as simple as clairvoyance. If someone has been clairvoyant since they were a child, but they never heard the word clairvoyant, never learned about what it meant, they just say, "Oh, I see things sometimes." And society says, "Oh, if you're seeing things, something's wrong with you," right?
right,
If you
right.
see things that are not physically there, something's wrong with you. So then the moment that they learn the word clairvoyance and learn what it means and then associate it to what's been going on, it it's empowering.
Yeah,
Okay, so fear is what? A lack of information.
right.
It's about opening yourself to receive information that's going to help you, and everything is a choice because you can still reject the information even if it comes to you. So you've got to be open in your heart space
Yeah,
first in order to even let your brain process this new information from this old thing that you're so familiar with. There's new information that goes to it
yeah,
and that click to happen. So I allowed people to call me crazy most of my life And I've even questioned myself, am I losing my mind? Right? Because this whole system we live in is like a narcissistic playground.
Yeah.
The illusion is real. Okay. So I started with the empowerment, learning what the words meant, learning how I function and things like that. And then I progressed into the fact that I have gone through so many scenarios with different people, places, and situations where I was tricked or I was blindsided in some kind of way. And I said, you know what? I'm no longer afraid of those scenarios because what I figured out is in order to really like expand and do anything that you desire in this reality, you've got to lose your mind. Your mind is there, the brain function is there for you to protect yourself from physical elements. It's a warning signal. Hey, the sky is falling, you might want to duck type thing. It's not supposed to be making all of these decisions over your life and all of this stuff. Your
Yeah.
heart space is supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
So it took some time, but you got to lean into it. So if you are questioning whether or not you're sane or insane or crazy or whatever it is, the moment that you start to accept that you are, and it's not in the context of what society has told you, and that it's okay that you are what you are,
Yeah.
then you can start to learn how you function so that it's not working against you and it's working for you. And it becomes something just like maybe your hair or some other part of your body or some kind of personality trait that you love. That can be the thing that you love about yourself
Yeah.
instead of something that you're trying to stuff down.
Yeah.
It's okay to be crazy because crazy is what makes my dreams come true. Crazy is what
Yeah.
gets me the big stuff and gets me living outside of this matrix.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Definitely.
It's a process. That's kind of the process that I took. Um, I don't even remember the last time I've done anything like normal.
Right.
When people meet me and they go on the little adventures that I go on, I hear a lot of wow, I didn't know this. Wow, this is possible. And I'm like, yeah. And there's thousands of us like me. And
Yeah.
and we do these things. This is normal. These miracles are normal. These synchronicities are normal. All it is. The cathartic conversations are normal. All it is
Yeah.
not abnormal and it's not crazy, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, turn it around and love on it, and then use it so you can do what you came here to do, whatever your purpose is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's groups of us. It's easier to find groups of us now.
Yeah.
Like it's so much easier. Like and not very long ago, I was talking to somebody on the street, basically,
Hmm.
and they were like in crazy energies right now, right? And I was like, yeah. And then they went on to start to explain to me what an ascension symptom was. Like
Hmm.
I'm like, that's what I do.
Yep.
That's yeah. And it's just that doesn't happen very often, but I'm finding it's
Hmm.
happening more.
Yep.
Not just on remote, like, Zoom meetings and stuff like we're gonna have later today and like we're doing here, like meet,
Hmm.
shows on YouTube but there's in your community, they hang out at the places they sell crystals. They hang out at the places where they do
Hmm.
yoga. They hang out, at acupuncturists, places and,
Yep.
tea shops and stuff. And it's not that we have to spend money to spend time with these individuals. You can just pull up a chair someplace. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I'm the potluck queen. I'm quick to throw together a potluck. Hey, let's go. Let's bring our tarot cards, read for each other, do potlucks, because that's what me and my crew do. I got like three different social circles here, and we all have like similarities, but we hang out in different ways. But this exists. There does exist. Like I go to a metaphysical church. People hear the word church and it throws them off. Everybody's welcome. We got all the books. We got all the texts, and we got tarot cards and crystals at that church. And then I've got a whole nother group that gets together to do, tarot card readings, and we have potlucks. You see, and then I got a whole nother group, sound baths, energy healing. Like there's so many of us, but you have to open yourself up because they'll be right in your face. And if you think a certain way, or if your emotions are set up still blocked, you're not even going to see what's in front of you because you're too afraid to, move forward and explore that.
Yeah.
Because we're all here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's so cool you have so many groups. I remember I was just reflecting. I remember the first group I found was in
Hmm.
1998. I started going to drum circles.
Ah, yeah, I love me a drum circle.
Yeah, there's someone, and it was in Logan, Utah.
Oh, wow.
Like, so I don't know how much you know about that geographic, but
Hmm.
everybody, or for the most part, almost everybody there are Mormon. And
Hmm.
uh anyone who looks not like they just got out of the temple are judged, right?
Oh,
And there was cops would show up and disband it. Like the cops would come to make us stop doing drum circles. No one was stoned. No one was, maybe they looked like some people looked kind of, we would have some people would have dreadlocks, you
mhm.
know, that kind of thing. But what I was comparing was what the difference is between now and then. Like the cops don't show up anymore.
Mm-mm.
You know what I
We've
mean?
come a long way to be able to be out with a lot of things that we do.
Yeah.
That we've come one heck of a long way. Um, and I feel like it was in the background. This awakening had hit a crescendo, and everything was happening in the background because that 3D reality is still in progress and still functioning, and we are awakening into our divine selves while still playing the role in this third dimensional reality until we don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah.
But that's what mastery is. Eventually you will be in your authority so much that third dimensional rules don't apply, because I live by that. I've been saying that since like 2018.
Yeah.
I embody that whole idea, because when somebody tells me, oh no, you can't do that, first of all, who said?
Yeah.
When they just dismiss your idea without hesitation, you
Yeah.
gotta watch who you are trying to like work with or ask for certain things, because that could just be an employee or somebody that is just having a bad day, doesn't care, and is trying to just shut you down. They don't really, and that's why you got to listen to your intuition. If you are rejected for something that you're trying to do, sometimes we ignore our intuition and we just let it be. And oh, well, so and so said no. And then guess what happens? You turn around and you find out somebody else started doing the same thing you were trying to do. And it was all because you were dealing with the wrong person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
you
well
got to
said.
really listen to yourself. Yeah.
That's very valuable advice too, because that's often where we start to question ourselves, is the person's like, no, that's not true. You're crazy. Like, I remember the big thing I used to get a lot where people would say, show me where NASA says that. That's your big resource. Find
Yeah.
me the news channel that is telling us this thing, and I'll believe it. And it's like, well, they're not gonna tell anybody. They've proven that. You know, and also, excuse me.
Mhm. Go
I
ahead,
just
love.
wanted to add one more comment to what you had said a little bit earlier too.
Mhm.
Also, finding the word uh clairvoyance, like you had said. The one that worked for me the best was the word empath, earth empath
Yeah.
specifically. Someone called me an earth empath, and I was like, Huh? And that, that was long enough ago that there really wasn't a lot of information out there, but it
Hmm.
was really useful because then I was able to find my rabbit holes, and like, oh, okay, that's what I do resonate with that. I do understand that. And then just a little bit farther back, I
Hmm.
had a near-death experience, the first one at 4. And when I came back at the age 4, I came brought back, I started to have all these imaginary friends, is what everybody calls.
Hmm.
And then when my grandfather died and I saw him and he communicated with me and
Hmm.
you know, that was when my family still didn't admit it though, but everyone began to realize what I'm doing is actually talking to people who had passed.
Yep.
But I didn't know it. And I grew up just as, I was in Utah. I grew up in a way that a lot of the things, like you said, I made my own vocabulary. And
Yep.
so I still don't know half the time what people are talking about. I'm like, and I'll figure it out, but I'm always, oh, that's that thing, you
Yep.
know? Like I didn't know
Hmm.
Archangel Michael was he was Bob. I called him Bob my whole life.
That's awesome, though. I love that.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, oh, you're okay. 'Cause at
Yeah,
first I asked
I
because I was
prefer
doing
Bob, you
YouTube.
know? I
Yeah,
prefer Bob.
me too.
Because people take these things so seriously due to the programming. So they want to be respectful and all. Look, with the way with my childhood and all the things that I've gone through,
Mhm.
this source that we call God, there was a point where I was like, look, level with me, dude. This is
Yeah,
what's going on. What is this? Like you at some point you realize that you can literally have that direct conversation, just like if you're talking to your best friend and you're saying, man, they hurt me so bad, blah blah blah, I'm so pissed off. Like you can say that to source, you
yeah,
can say that to God, wherever you call that creator being.
yeah,
Okay, you can talk how you need to talk, because just that alone releases so much. I mean, are you kidding me? If the source of creation is going to be offended by you saying the word shit, we got a problem.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's
Because,
true.
hello, this is
I
the energy ruling over all of creation, even what you're creating. So yeah, we are it. It
Yeah,
is speaking to itself, and it has created beautiful cuss words for us to use because it feels good to say them.
yeah, it's a release, man.
I keep kicking y'all. I'm sorry.
It's not- In
Oh.
fact, they think it's funny. Did you know? I don't know if you probably guessed that already, but like there's this one lady that comes in sometimes and she's got blue skin. I don't know who she is exactly, but she's cool. I really
Mhm.
like her. She likes to drop the F-bomb all the time just to watch everybody go. Because of all of the people who are there, like people like
Mhm.
you and me that are doing whatever we're doing. It's like weird classes, kind of what we're doing. But anyway, she likes to throw it out there and just watch everybody and she just chuckles. She thinks it's so funny.
Yeah.
And like and every time that there's this I've learned over the years to do exactly what you're talking about, to the point where I speak so much more of like a sailor than I do to anybody else because they'll be offended. You
Hmm.
know, but like they're all about it. And there's the thee, thou, thy, reverent stuff that we're taught. And, you know, I've actually learned, especially lately, the biggest message I've been getting is we're asking you to humble yourself so you'll raise yourself to an equal playing field as us, not
Yeah.
lower.
Yes.
We're doing it backwards.
Yes. Yeah. You're restricting yourself when you impose all of these rules on yourself.
Yeah.
Um, you cannot be in your authority and also be in a ooh, my words are not coming to me today.
Uh-huh. I know what you
Okay?
mean. Don't feel bad.
But you cannot have a lack of love for yourself and be in your authority at the same time. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you judge on yourself constantly, and you're constantly giving that reverb back to yourself that you're wrong, something's wrong, everything's wrong.
Right, right.
Just this ain't right, and you got to do this way, or it's not gonna work. Well, somebody create whatever it is that you're doing that you're judging yourself about. You got to remember somebody created that.
Yeah,
There was nothing before there was that, and they created the protocol for you to follow for your convenience, not for your obedience. Okay.
right, right.
They were just trying to help you click and realize some things and gave you some steps, just like with a recipe for a cake. You could learn a recipe for a cake and then eventually change it in the recipe to where you make your own version of that same cake.
Yeah.
There's a million pound cakes out there.
All
That's
right.
how that works.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
Google a recipe and watch what happens.
We're not all making and eating the same pound cake, but one person created it to begin with. Do you see? And then it evolved. So you don't have to keep yourself locked up in all of these rules and traditions. And if it's not working for you, by all means, if it's working for you, do your thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And allow um yourself to acknowledge the
Mm-hmm.
likelihood that what's coming through for you in these moments is your own mastery. Once you're in a place of love, that you can actually access that.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I find to be the most fascinating of all these things is that, see, because when we're not sure what to do, when we're uncertain of things, then we follow somebody very closely.
Yeah.
And and you don't even see, you're just looking at their heels. You don't even see where you're
Mm-hmm.
going,
Yep.
right? And that doesn't mean that person's going the wrong way, but maybe they're ahead of you or behind you, or somehow they've not done a step that you're meant to do right now,
Mm-hmm.
And so when we're in our place, the place of love, of self-love, we're able to resonate in just the moment we're in instead of having to follow somebody else. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But let me explain this with the way that they're showing it to me. So, um, this is going to hurt a lot of feelings because it hurt my feelings when I first heard this. You know, you can't
I'm
give
here
what you
for it.
don't have includes love.
Yes.
If you don't have love for yourself, and man, I remember hearing that. I remember hearing those words and I was like, what? But then I actually stumbled across a forgiveness meditation video by Brian
Mm-hmm.
Scott. Actually, I share it with people all the time. This is like my favorite video. Meditation is short, it's like 20 minutes long, but it was the first time that I actually really went into the cave of myself and said, I forgive you. And it's what's weird is I didn't realize this. So check this out. When we are, because we're all so good at forgiving everybody, right? How
Mm-hmm.
we typically will forgive is saying, oh, well, I have a responsibility there. There's something that I shouldn't have been doing or should have done. And
Yeah.
that's fine. If that's how you do it, that's how I still do it that way in a lot of ways,
Mm-hmm.
seeing perspective. However, that means you just added something to your breastplate. You
Yep.
added something to your chest, your plate, right? You got too much on your plate because you got all this stuff. You never forgave yourself,
Yep.
And so when it comes up, say your name. And this is the part that's happening. This little, so everybody's doing this life review thing right now, right? All the
Mm-hmm.
stuff from our past is coming up, little pieces in our mind or in whatever way. And as these things come up, that's all you got to do is say your name and say, I forgive you. Even if it's just a cringe moment from fifth grade, like forgive yourself, and it releases what binds you, blocks you from the self-love. And then when you find that self-love, you get to find out what love really feels like everywhere else. And that is euphoric. That you never need a drug again, man.
Yeah.
Like that's it. That's the Shazam. And so finding that place first and letting yourself do that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know a Saturday Night Live did a smear campaign like back in the 90s about affirmations. And I was on that bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
Saying nice things to yourself is like stupid or something. Remember, we were like, it actually works.
Yep.
It actually does, right?
Yep. Because it's backwards. You know how we can have automatic negative thoughts,
Mhm.
right? So then someone comes along and tells you, oh, you should try these affirmations so you can, decrease those automatic negative thoughts.
Yeah,
So the thoughts happen, and then you start speaking negatively about yourself. But then to reverse it, you got to speak positively about yourself to change the thoughts.
yeah, yeah,
So that's why it works.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. And like Dr. Emoto was the real like path shower for this, and a lot of people have come on and found more information, but it's the
Hmm.
study of seeing what happens to your water when
Yep.
you speak kindly to in your what 70-75% water. Everybody's
Yep.
body's different, right?
Hmm.
Your water can hear you. Your water can
Yep.
hear you. And so even your thoughts, speaking kindly to yourself. Remember they used to say it takes 10 kind words to undo an insult or an unkind word?
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about. Speaking kindly, lovingly to your own water. And the thing is what you're doing is you're writing your wish list to the universe when you're saying messed up stuff, right?
Yeah. Literally, straight up requesting,
Yeah.
requesting the things. Okay, you're
Mhm.
saying, universe, I want a FAFO. I need another FAFO. Just asking for it, and then you go, oh, did I do that?
Yeah,
Later.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you'll see you'll notice it in your life. Think about it. The people who are always complaining about drama are always in the
Mhm.
middle of it, always in the middle of
Yeah.
the drama, right?
Yes.
And all of the
There's
things.
those people that are always just going through something, and I'm like, damn, are you tired? Like, do you get tired? Are you enjoying this? Because you have to be enjoying this if there's like no period of peace in your life. If it's always wartime in your life, I just can't get with it.
Yeah, yeah, me too. And I love people. I love people. I love them when they're aligned, and I love them when they're not aligned. I just don't spend time with them when they're not.
Right. That's
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. You should be able to, drop out of radar every now and again to handle yourself and then come back and still know that your people are going to be there to receive you,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know? That's what
exactly.
I love about the Age of Aquarius. It is really, really pushing that independence energy. We're no longer able to keep piggybacking off of each other. It's forcing everybody to have some level of independence. It's great.
Oh, there's some stuff going on in I don't know, you've been out of it because there's been so much going on in your world. You probably don't
Mhm.
really know what's going on in the Vedic side of things right now.
No, I
That's
haven't
all good.
even looked.
That's all good. I understand. Shoot. I mean, and then if you didn't even, okay, everybody has something going on, an event going on in their life right now. I've been keeping a tally. And so it's because what they had said was Spirit had talked about everyone's a double dipper right now. Double dipper is my communication word with Spirit, meaning
Mhm.
that there's something going on a global scale
Yeah.
while going on in an individual level as well.
Yes.
So you're
Yes.
doing that's like 2 1 2 punch kind of stuff,
Hmm.
right?
It's true. It is so true. And I'm one of those people who can make anything fun. Like if I'm inconvenienced in any way, I'm going to switch the situation around. I'm like, okay, if we're stuck at the airport, let's play tic tac toe.
Yeah.
Let's do some things to pass the time. I'm not going to sit there and just continue to complain and be mad about what's happened. I'm going to make something of it. But
Yeah.
not everybody's instinct is to do that.
Yeah.
And for some people, they actually get upset when there's somebody around that does that, and
Yeah.
it annoys them.
Yeah, I see that too. You know, you mentioned something else kind of like this a little bit earlier, and I wanted to say this. Did you know it's fun to know this? When someone is really out of alignment, like really easily offended or annoyed by your light, they usually, a lot of us have attachments. It's like a regular thing. There's energetic hygiene, just like taking showers. We need to clear our energy, right? And they look like ferrets. They are like this, it's like this weird ferret energy that's like gets all excited and upset and starts crawling around their mouth and
Mhm,
neck and around behind their back when they get closer and closer to your light. This is weird because you'll see it even with strangers. You'll see
mhm,
them walking, you'll see their ferrets getting upset. They're like they're like shadow ferrets is how I see it. And
mhm.
as they get closer, they start wiggling around. The person will have a moment of fear, and then they'll notice you, and you'll see anger flash.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you can watch them walk away, and it's actually I measured it because I used to sit on this park bench, and people would walk through, and
Mhm,
like it's about 75 feet.
mhm,
At 75 feet, their ferrets calm down, and then
mhm,
their shoulders relax. And it's like those, and if you see the same people enough, eventually they're ferret free.
mhm.
And so you're assisting them and servicing them with your light. Doesn't mean you need to put yourself in a position that sucks, though. You know?
Exactly. And it's I love the way that you're visualizing that situation is different for me
Yeah.
because what happens with me is their energy will become like spiky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I that's how I know what I'm dealing with. It'll I like the spiky energy is just, oh, they're spiraling out of control, let me give them their space. But then there's another energy that's very particular to me that'll tell me when I'm in danger is when someone's energy is coming toward me and it's really sticky like tar. And
Yeah.
that's how I know this person's not okay. They're not good to even interact with ever, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting how we have our things. It's so cool.
You're right about the stickiness too. I've seen it like tar too. That I
Hmm.
asked what that was, and the spirit said it's density. And I said, what's
Mm.
density? And they said, it's distortion. And they're jealous because they're unable to create, only replicate.
Oh.
And that was when I never noticed it. I'm not a big, like I know some of the Bible,
Hmm.
but I don't know a lot like some people. And
Hmm.
um, but that was the reason in the Bible that they say that we were made in the creator's image. They use the words the creator because
Hmm.
we are the creators. And
Hmm.
when you're creating, you're in the most joyful state that you will be in, right?
Yes. Hmm.
Like playing tic-tac-toe's creating, you're creating fun.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And
Girl.
just one more thing too. Just check this out because you brought this up a little bit earlier. Speaking of the
Hmm.
Bible, I just found this out. Did you know that? Well, because the thing about the always struggle I struggle with the Bible was that it was very obvious that there were different voices in the Bible. Like
Yes.
there's the loving, kind, compassionate, forgiving, unconditionally loving creator, and then there's this hail and brimstone and cut off parts of your penises with sharp rocks guy, you know?
Yeah.
Sacrifice your children.
Yeah.
Why
Just
would they,
craziness.
right? Why would a creator want you to burn one of their people or even their animals, like, and it's really fun to kind of see the difference. But one of the
Hmm.
things about it is it says it 365 times, do not fear.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the Bible says fear, 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 right?
Hmm.
Because the opposite of love is fear.
That's the quickest way to confuse somebody, I tell you that.
Right, right.
Oh my gosh. It's
Well,
it's uh it's an adventure, you
yeah,
know. It's all an adventure and You can start over anytime. You can change what you're doing anytime, but you have to be willing to let go of what you need to let go of in order to do that. And I think that's our biggest blockage as a collective is to let go so you can do the thing that you want to do next or you're trying to change over to. You got to be brave enough to let go.
Yeah. Yeah. Let
You
go.
know,
My ego is in the audience. I see. Speaking of letting go. You know my
it's
favorite
so
version? I'm
weird
going
not
to throw
being
an
able to
F-bomb
see
out.
the
Oh,
chat.
sorry. I talked over you. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying it's so weird not being able to see the chat like at all.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I would be reading them to you, but then I'm like, oh, you can't do that and talk.
Nah,
It doesn't
nah,
work. But I have been
don't worry
watching.
about it. It's
You know,
okay.
there's a version of that Elsa song, the Let It Go song, that's I'm gonna
Mhm.
swear, and I don't care. I hope it doesn't offend anybody, but it's fuck it all instead of let it go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I like that one better because that means something more to me,
Yeah.
you know? And with that, we learn, when it comes to those who are coming in, because everybody's being triggered right now, the way to do that is the way to really let go is to move yourself out of the situation. And how's the best way I've learned to do that is that I'll actually say these words. And it pisses them off. I'm sorry, it does. I can't help it. It's true, is I'll say, I do not consent to your manipulation,
Mm,
and then
that
walk
was
away.
and that is the most wonderful corporate boundary. She went corporate on them. That's what she
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I
A
do
lot of
not
times it
consent,
comes in because they're like, aren't you sorry? Shouldn't you say you're sorry? And I'm like,
but
no.
I'm not. That's not what I am.
But you made me mad. I can't make you happy. I can't make you
Exactly.
mad.
Yeah. You chose to respond that way, you know. That's on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay though, because then they say, "Oh, or you're not taking accountability." No, I am. Yes, I said that, and I'm not taking it back. However, that's it. I'm not going to change anything.
Mhm. Yeah.
So if you felt how you felt, that sucks, but I said what I said.
Right. Right.
you know,
Yeah. I mean, it's
live on.
unfortunate that someone it feels unhappy as a result of the truth being spoken, but I'm not that I don't edit myself.
Mm-mm. Nope. And for me, I'm a how do you say? I operate with the energies that are present.
Mhm.
So there's a time and a place to say something to somebody. So one thing I noticed is that people that know me and when they see me dealing with something or dealing with somebody and they'll be like, "Oh, you should do this or you should say that." And I was like, "No, I got this. Don't worry about it." And I handle it because I don't like to do things in a public manner, in an extravagant manner.
Right.
I handle it behind the scenes. One day that person is in my life, one day I don't know. I don't know where they went. Can't ask me nothing. They don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
We handle things in a very chill and calculated way over here. I don't I'm not going to make a big old blow up over
Right.
something just trying to stand my ground. I don't have to be or look tough,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, in order to defend myself or dissolve a situation that I no longer want to be in. So, it's as simple as, well, one day they were here. Well, now they're not. I got a whole divorce and people still think I'm married to this day. They don't even know what happened. He lives up the street. We're good.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it didn't have to be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I'm
yeah.
sure it doesn't. Never needs to be a scene. It's just speaking your truth,
Mhm.
or even more so, choosing to not engage, like you were
Yeah.
saying, like you get to decide. This is your rodeo.
Hmm.
And each one of us have our own little rodeo going on, and honestly, my rodeo is mostly clowns. You know, like I don't need the big bull,
No, no.
story. We're good. Like, let's just have fun. There's no danger involved.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I like. That right
Yeah.
there.
Especially when I found out the way that the reason that they're even bucking around at all, there's a string tied around their testicles that they're yanking on. Did you
Oh,
know that?
wow. I had no idea.
That rope that they're holding is tied around their testicles.
Oh
Isn't
no.
that horrific? Huh.
Thought they were just tempered that way. Well, of course they're being triggered. Of course, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
That sucks. It's okay.
I know, it's just, I don't know. It's a Taurus thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason why I could think of her bringing the bull up. Did you want to read some cards today, or did we talk too long?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're good.
All right.
I'm here. I got her. I
Do you,
got her.
do you want to do like a collective reading, or do you want to pick people out of the audience? I could tell you different names. It's up to you.
That's what I was going to do. I was like, we're going to play a little game
All right.
because I cannot see the chat, right? So this
All
is
right.
great. You get to pick whoever you want to get a general message, and you just have to tell me that whatever their name is, if you know it, or their screen name or whatever,
Okay.
and then I'll just read for them because I can't see anything, and that I think this is pretty fun.
All right. Well, I got one for you. I'm gonna because the what person that just popped up was Chef Deb. Chef Deb
All
just
right,
had a transition in her employment situation, and her whole world is flip-floppy. So,
all right.
what's the next step for her? I don't
That's
know.
good.
Like,
For her highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. Chef Deb. What do we got going on here? Yeah, because I took a break from astrology and reading, and now I'm getting back into it. So that's why I said, okay, this is the perfect time.
yeah. Hey,
So,
she said
yep.
me too. There's a delay on YouTube. She did call. She's the first one that said pick me. That's so fun. That's perfect.
well, she's still definitely in a period of transformation right now,
Mhm.
right? And with the Ace of Wands here, the stick of power is definitely going to be obvious as she gets ready to move on to the next big thing. There is something coming in. Wow. Okay. So they're talking about August, and I'm not saying, oh, you're going to be SOL until August. And if you don't know what that means, it's shit out of luck, because I'm old. But um, August, by August, there's going to be such a huge transformation in Chef Deb's life that whatever the grievance is now, whatever she's having to let go now, is going to be freaking just she's going to look back and be like, dang, I don't even know why I wasted a tear or a feeling on that. Okay. We're also dealing with the Wheel of Fortune energies. Okay. So that wheel's gonna turn. This is not a situation where, okay, well, I worked for this and then I get that. No, this is divine energy moving to empower you through your transformation. And until you get to the new thing that you're going to be doing and into the new sphere, the new reality, because you're moving into a new reality, Chef Deb. It's not just about that one thing in your life. You will have help along the way. So there's these stepping stones. You're in transition right now. The wheel of fortune is turning, and you've got this stick of power in your hand. You've got all of this power in your hand, but it's gonna the more steps you take, the more visible that stick is gonna be as far as the Ace of Wands is concerned, because timing is everything. And at some point, you're gonna be like, you're just gonna wake up one day and be like, I'm about to do some things. That charisma is going to be there. That leadership is going to be there. That drive is going to be there. You don't have to worry about whether it's there now. It's about the timing of it. But so much is going to happen that by August, like I said, this period that you're in now is not really gonna it's not really gonna feel so big.
Mm.
But through it all, you're going to have assistance. So pay attention to the synchronicities and pay attention to the people that come into your life and try your best to get out of your way when it comes to people offering you things or wanting to help you. Try your best to be able to receive and use your discernment, of course, because you can't receive from everybody. But if there's somebody that has their stuff together and they're trying to help you, let them. You know the difference between somebody giving from an empty cup and giving from a cup that's full. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my messages for Chef Deb in the
Awesome.
now.
And when you said
Mhm.
received, she said, I received that, Josie, but that was before, that was a lag. She said it before she heard you say receive. Her answer was, I received that, Josie. That's,
Perfect. That's great.
I'm just gonna grab someone else random. You want to keep going?
Mhm.
All right. How about Sharmony? Sh- Sharmony Diamond Heart 888. She's um our Canadian friend, and they've recently, and then Shoshu Universe is here too. She said I would love a card. So perhaps,
Awesome. So the the username is something diamond. Diamond
yeah,
what?
Diamond Heart 888.
So we're just gonna go with diamond heart. Just know that I'm addressing you, love, and then I'll do Shashu next. Okay?
Perfect.
Diamond heart for her. For their highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. So
Let's go.
diamond heart. Diamond heart. Here we go. The way that my messages are coming out is different now. I don't pull the same anymore. I think that's interesting.
It is.
Um, oh, okay, Diamond Heart, you seem to be going through something. Big disappointment energy here. Three of Cups, Three of Swords, Eight of Cups here. Huge disappointment energy. Emperor energy, either Aries or just some kind of male figure in authority, right? And then we've got that beautiful Six of Cups, that past life type, familiarity type energy. So either, because this could be a plethora of situations because it's a general reading, but this could be either somebody that's passed over that you're simply grieving about, right? Or it could be someone that you've had this dynamic where y'all come together and you split apart, you come together like in a romantic situation. Um, that happens to carry the Aries energy or that Emperor energy if you don't know what their sign is. And what I'm feeling right now is that Diamond Heart, you're gonna need to do a full um chakra cleansing on yourself and then give your sacral chakra particularly um more energy because this is a sacral thing. It's tied to your sacral. Okay. And it's also it's also tied to your past, whether in this lifetime or past life as well. And in some cases it could be a little bit of both with the person you're dealing with because you know how we have soul recognition with new incarnations and then we attempt to like interact and create with a person based off of that soul recognition and it's just not jiving
Yeah.
in this incarnation. And that's just something you're going to have to be okay with accepting if that's the scenario, except that it's a soul connection but it's not practical, right? But if it's a past loved one that you're grieving over that was an authority figure, of course, my condolences as well, because that's what I'm seeing, even though I didn't get those traditional cards that they say, you know, for somebody who passed.
Right.
But those are the messages that I have for Diamond Heart if you understood. I know there's a delay.
Thank you.
So thank you
Actually,
for
I
letting me
called
read
her
you,
back.
love.
I just sent her a text, and so she joined again. She disappeared. Now she's back, so she's probably
Oh,
catching
okay.
up.
Perfect. She may have to catch that replay.
Yeah, she's like, I'll re-listen, as I'm confused. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. And because when we're doing general messages and I'm not able to see the chat and interact, I don't know which scenario is which. And
Yeah,
sometimes it can be both. You see what I mean?
right,
That Six of Cup was the cohesive aspect of that reading.
right.
Um,
So,
all
oh,
right. What'd you say, love?
I said that was beautiful. And then I
Oh.
decided to be quiet because I know that you're
All
next.
right, Shashu. Shashu is asking for it. I like to threaten the people that I know. I like to threaten them with a good time. Oh, Shashu, what's going on? I see you. Oh, why is everybody transforming at the same time right now? I don't look, that made me tired just to think about it. Okay, check this out. Wow. So this the first card out, which is the Four of Wands, Shashu. Okay. But that's separated from the other three cards. Can y'all can hear me, right? And just me? Or y'all hear the background?
I can't hear. Oh, sorry. I thought
Okay,
yes.
perfect.
No, you're good. You're perfect.
So you got the Two of Swords here, Shashu. And all I'm hearing is like on the cartoons. I don't know which if it's uh not Looney Tunes, but is that which way did he go? Which way did he go?
Which
The
way do you go,
freaking Bugs
George?
Bunny. You right? With the Two of Swords, this is what I'm hearing. And I'm sitting here like, yo, there's a contract on the table. We don't have time for this, okay? But that's what's causing the transformation. Right there is having to make that decision about this contract because there is an offering from a Knight of Cups situation. I don't think it's just one person. I think there's this whole idea or concept that is trying to come to fruition that you've got to agree with multiple people on. And there's stalemates happening when you're supposed to, well, not supposed to, but when you need to relax into the trust of your own self, because it's not a right or wrong decision, it's a this or that. Just pick one.
Yeah.
Just pick one and go that way. You know, it's fine, it'll be okay. So yeah, it's a spiritual thing. There's a spiritual spinach. Really, spinach came up. Spiritual connotation to that as well. Whatever that contract is, there's some spiritual association. Okay, so yeah, that's for Shashu in the
Awesome.
now.
We have two other people who have asked for cards. Should we just keep
So,
going or
yeah, just give me a name.
okay? Let me know when you're getting to ready to wrap it up. Okay, I
Nah,
don't overdo you.
perfect. I
Okay.
will because I only got a certain amount of battery left anyway, but it's good. I can take these two.
All right. Okay. All right. Then we got Rose Matter.
Ah, Rose, hey girl, how you doing? Hey, Rose. All right, Rose for her highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. Y'all know I'm out here. I'm outside. Some start chewing on me. We got mosquitoes in Florida. I don't care if it's cooler. They still live.
Yeah, we got him here still too. That was ridiculous.
Oh, Rose. Come on, Rose. What you going through, Rose? Oh. Look, Rose making me work. Because the first card out, I was like, what's happening? What's this Nine of Swords thing going on? Right? And then I pulled the rest of the cards and I was like, oh, this is the don't worry, be happy card for you, Rose. This Nine of Swords. Because you got the Ace of Pentacles, okay? You got the Two of Cups. You got the Nine of Cups. And then you got the Page of Wands, okay? So check this out. This is what's about to happen. You're going to make yourself busy until you get the information that you seek. You're going to find something else to do because this Ace of Pentacles is literally coming upon you. Okay, this is before December. And you've got a Knight of Cups and a Page of Wands that are also going to be very, and not imperative, but they're going to be an important part to this reading. Okay. So I'm not to this reading, to this situation with this Eight of Pentacles. The Page of Wands, which is a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and the Knight of Cups, which is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy. And then you've got this Two of Cups here. And I'm telling you, whatever's happening is to bring you to this Two of Cups. So whether you're in a relationship or not, because this could be about business, this could be a new friend, this could be anything. All that you're going through is not in vain. Whatever you're worried about is going to be worked out. And that fire and water sign is going to be helping you with that. And in the end, there's going to be a two of cups situations, whether it's a new relationship, whether it's a new friendship. I feel like it's new. So that's what that looks like for you. So I would find something to do to manage my anxiety or stress if that's what you're having, if that's what's going on with you, okay?
Awesome. I love that card that you had, the one in the bed. I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, that Nine of Swords can either be like you worried up late, losing sleep about stuff, or headaches, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. The last one that said they want a card so far is Jessica. She said, I love a card too, please. Thank you.
Jessica for her highest good and her highest good of everyone involved. Thank y'all so much for letting me read you. Jessica for her highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. Oh my goodness, Jessica, why am I thinking about that hard candy? It's a hard candy. I think it's called Fireball. I'm not sure, not the alcohol, but they're hot. They're hot
Yeah, it's a
cinnamon
fireball.
candies and they're round.
Atomic fireball is what they're
Yes,
called.
that.
Yeah.
Why that came up as soon as I started tapping into Jessica energy, like, yo, okay, all right, atomic fireball. That's the candy. All right, all right. Wow. And then dice came out too. Oh, ma'am. All right, Jessica, look, you got the Four of Swords, okay? And then you've got the adversity card. Okay, you got the Seven of Wands. Now I know why that fireball came out. Hard, hot, and and immovable. Okay. Okay. Nobody's gonna just chomp down on a fireball and be chewing it and not have a problem.
Right.
That is you. That is what you are being asked to be. Because you're facing adversity, and that adversity is literally making you sick. If it hasn't made it to your physical body in a manifestation, I'm happy to hear that. But if it has, you're gonna need to handle that, and don't let this adversity continue to gnaw away at you. You're gonna need to be an atomic fireball for some people around you, and it doesn't matter what their association is to you. And some of these situations, you may even have a tower moment. You may have a whole tower moment just trying to get away from whoever is putting such a tax on your energy that it's causing you illness.
Yeah.
If you hadn't hit physical illness yet, you have the opportunity to prevent that by being proactive and understanding that all that's happening right now, you have the power to change it. You have the power to take your power back and become healthy again. by releasing what you need to release, releasing who you need to release. And this sounds like a situation where, you know, let's say you got a house with somebody, y'all bought it together, and now you're leaving somebody. This is just an example. Um, and in some cases, you got to sacrifice the material just to get away from a person.
Yeah.
So you may lose something just to get away from somebody that is really just dragging you energetically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
that's the message that I have. Is it Jessica or
That was
Jennifer?
Jessica. Yeah.
Jessica, for Jessica. Sorry. So
We had
yeah.
we had two more people raise their hands. I don't know how you want
They're
to keep
like,
going.
"Yeah, please, I got time. I
All
got
right.
time.
Okay.
I'm watching my battery. So as long as my battery don't give up on us, I'm good. And it's
Jessica
so
says
funny
thank you.
because, you know, these are general messages. So, you know, take what resonates and leave the rest.
Yeah.
But it's fun actually not seeing the comments. I feel like a conveyor belt.
All
Okay, who's next?
right. Then we have Amanda Bain.
Amanda. All right, Amanda. What's going on, Amanda? Show me what I don't know about Amanda. Oh, darling. It's time to come out of the hermit mode, Amanda. You're
Ooh.
coming out of hermit mode, and there's a fire sign person, okay, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, that's literally either recently in your life or coming into your life to encourage you to step through this door. You got the Two of Wands here, and the world is your oyster type energy. You have choices, even if you don't see the choices. You are literally standing through in front of a door, and you just need that courage to open it and walk through. No more hermit mode. I know that we're in the fall, but for you particularly, the way that the planets may be set up, it's go time. You need to take this opportunity. Whatever opportunities are coming up, go ahead and take them. Um, we're no longer getting cozy and hiding. Because I feel like I see you with a blanket and you know your little coffee cup, tea, whatever, just you know feeling safe. Well, now it's time to get back out there, and you just kind of take that energy of safety with you. But it's time to take some risks. It's time to actually express your authority and go create something. Okay, there's some opportunities coming your way for sure. So go ahead and allow that door to be opened. And no choice is a bad choice. Just make one and go with it. Okay. Um, so that's what I have. And it's so funny because that's Amanda. I had to take a pause. I'm like, dang, that's Amanda. So that's the message for Amanda that I have. Okay. I was like, hold up, who was this? What was I reading?
By the way, I'm Aries, just in case anyone wonders.
Oh,
The
hey, get it, girl. I never
Yeah,
knew.
really?
You
I
come
never
off,
resonated with Aries until I did my whole chart, and then I was like, oh, okay.
yeah,
You
you
know,
come off more Piscean to me.
I always resonate so much more with the Pisces. But I'm kind of on the cusp. I'm all the way on the Aries side, but anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. I do have like a Leo rising and all this other kind of like anyway. Uh Amanda says, yes, hot cocoa and blankie. All right. So
All
yeah, we
right,
do
last. This
resonate.
is
Thank
gonna
you.
be my last reading because I don't want to push this battery. It's because it'll just close out everything, and I don't want to mess anything up for you.
Right on.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Our next one is Vib. I'm gonna try to say your name. I probably will slaughter. Excuse me. Vibha. Vibha.
Viva.
Yeah.
So, okay, Viva, for their highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. I'm gonna get these. Here we go. Here we go. Viva. 4, Their highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. Why do I hear clicking? There's a clicking sound. That's interesting.
Hmm.
I hear clicking for Viva.
Like unlocking
What?
of
It's
doors?
not a clock. It's like a mechanical click, like something plastic, maybe. It's click, click. It's very interesting. Um, we got the two of pentacles here, and I feel like this is more emotion than anything. Um, we need emotional regulation here. Okay, we need some tools, Viva, to get your emotions right so that you can see properly. Because you've got the sun and then you got the three of cups here, but I don't feel like you're seeing it. I don't feel like you're really seeing what's possible. And you know how like when you start to see the fruits of your labor, like little evidence, like I think all of that is hard for you to see because of this two of pentacles energy. And it's not, wow, it's not as bad as you think, Viva. It's not as bad as you think, but if you focus on your emotional regulation and seeking out tools to regulate your emotions, I feel like that's going to be a catalyst that's very powerful in your life because there's joy here and then there's freaking celebration.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, why are we over here, wobbly? I really feel like you may suffer from some kind of either anxiety, depression, something that is not necessarily triggered by stuff that's happening right now. It may be something that you have to actually manage on a regular basis. And I feel like you may be a divergent person, one of those where your brain works different. And you're going to have more grace on yourself and embrace your uniqueness, figure out how you work, right? You need tools. And it keeps coming up. You need tools. You need tools. What are the tools? Because we need to give the tools. We need to have some kind of direction with that. Um, if you haven't tried tapping, um, I don't know what's the rest of the name, but tapping
Yeah.
is one option. And also frequency therapy with how do you say the different solfeggio tones. There's something physical that needs to be done to help you regulate your emotions, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to feel bad about it,
Yeah.
right? Just do what you got to do to regulate your emotions so that you could see the joy and you could see the reason to celebrate. You didn't get this far just to be blinded by your emotions, is what I hear.
Yeah.
Okay. There is something for you, and there is a reason for not only you to be celebrated, but for you to celebrate, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely start to be proactive in regulating your emotions however you see fit, because I can only give you so much in the now. Um, but that's what you need to focus on in order to tap into everything that's for you. Okay.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Thank you.
that's the message that I have for Viha.
And
Thank
the
you.
tapping you brought up, we have our
Mhm.
guest that's coming on Friday is Kaz Kelly, who does demonstration
Uh-huh.
and guiding the audience into tapping. So that's one example. There's
Oh, that's
also,
awesome.
yeah. Also, I have a folder in my YouTube channel that's all
Hmm.
high frequency music.
Hmm.
So people, that's just some examples of other people's music that you can all look at if you want that, if that will help. Uh, Ripa says, "Thank you so much, Josie. Love you all. I totally resonate with your reading. So thank you
Okay.
for." at reading. And then also, Amanda says, thank you so much. Right on point.
Perfect. Thank you so much, loves. I appreciate all of you. And thank you so much, Mila,
Yeah,
for
thank you.
having me on.
I've been looking
I
forward to this
appreciate you.
conversation for a while. It's always so much fun connecting with you. And for those of you who want to have a chat with us, I'm doing a group Zoom meeting in an hour and a half. You can
Mhm.
find the link to that in the community section of the YouTube channel and all of our Telegram groups too. So I look forward to seeing you there. And Josie, I just realized I never clicked record because Restream usually does it automatically. So I can't send you a version of this.
No, it's totally fine.
Okay.
I know that YouTube is gonna automatically save your video on your channel.
Yeah.
I don't mind because this energy, like I said, I'm grateful to even have gotten this video done because
Yeah.
my intuition told me, hey, y'all might have technical issues around that time period. And look at what happened with Amazon and AWS.
I actually
You
don't
see what
even
I mean?
know
So I was
what
like,
that.
oh snap, you know. So we're here. We're still
Yeah.
rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I'm happy too. I'm really happy. And so those of you who might feel it a little bit later, we're expecting a S1 radiation storm. It's not a
Mhm.
geomagnetic storm, it's a radiation storm. So they'll feel it in ways that whatever is dense and triggering for you might be coming up. So probably gonna try to go take a nap when I'm not having to do stuff just to be away from people and not be like that feisty energy that I can be.
Yes,
So
that
thank
sounds
you.
like a plan. I'm definitely about to hydrate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need some hydration. So
Thank you so much. This was an awesome conversation.
you're welcome, love. Thank you, everyone.
And I will put up Josie's connections and how to connect with her and her links and stuff in just a minute after we stop the live. And so you can find her channel at Fifth Essentials LLC. She has a 333. She has Patreon and awesome stuff that she's doing. So I really encourage you to go over there and check her out. So
Yep,
thank you.
the Patreon's free, so there's a lot of content there for you.
Awesome. All right. Well, sending you all so much love.
Have a beautiful day, loves.
Oh, wait.